Hello everyone. Landslides in the Himalayas, chaotic streets of Vietnam, and an abandoned bridge deep in Siberian forests. Today, we'll explore some of the most bizarre and unusual roads in the world. It's going to be thrilling and maybe a little scary. Buckle up, let's get it on.
You need nerves of steel to tackle such a challenge. We are in the Siberian forests on the Kwandinsky Bridge, which crosses the Vityt River. Despite being used by locals and truckers for vehicle traffic, the bridge is notoriously dangerous due to its unstable structure and absence of guardrails. Typically, a guide leads the way to help drivers. To minimize wind resistance, the vehicle's windows are always rolled down. It's a dangerously thrilling experience. And to make matters worse,
Dinsky Bridge is officially banned.
is an impressive engineering accomplishment, featuring a network of 5 tunnels that link China and Pakistan. These tunnels, built at 2,500 meters above sea level and extending about 7 kilometers, came with a hefty price tag of $275 million. The project was a response to a massive landslide in January 2010, which blocked the Hunza River and formed a new lake that flooded a section of the Karakoram Highway. The tunnels were built to provide an alternative route around the flooded area. Understand the scale of the landslides in this region. Massive amounts of rock can not only wreck parts of the road, but also reshape the landscape. Is a road in Bolivia that connects the cities of La Paz and Coroico, but is more widely known as the Death Road. This grim nickname is well deserved. In the past, dozens and sometimes even hundreds of people have died here each year. Stretching just over 50 kilometers, the road climbs to an elevation of 4,650 meters at the La Combre Pass, before descending to 1,200 meters, winding its way down steep slopes. The road here is no more than 3 meters wide, with no guardrails and a sheer drop below. There's hardly any asphalt either, just clay and dirt. The biggest danger is during the rainy season when visibility is poor and the water constantly erodes the road surface. Paul is considered one of the most dangerous roads in the world. In the spring, when snow melts in the mountains, and during the monsoon rains, long sections of the road turn into muddy channels where hundreds of vehicles get stuck. Sometimes, water can have even more dramatic effects. In this case, a mountain river changed its course due to a landslide, creating a spontaneous waterfall that cascades into a deep ravine right along the road. There are concrete playgrounds in the mountain. Yeah, the water. The Karnali Highway is famous not just for its unpredictable weather. Many sections of the road are very narrow, with a steep drop on one side and sheer cliffs on the other, always threatening landslides. Unsurprisingly, official reports state that 85% of the Karnali Highway is considered unsafe for travelers. Statistics reveal that each year, several dozen people become victims of this perilous road. It's not only the natural conditions that make roads extremely difficult. Just take a look at this scene. It's an ordinary day in Ho Chi Minh City, the biggest city in Vietnam. With a population of around 9 million people that keeps growing, traffic congestion is one of the city's biggest problems. The widespread use of motor scooters, which almost everyone has, only makes it worse. Sometimes there are even calls to outright ban scooters in the city. It shows you how organized it is in Vietnam. About the Japanese Alps. There are actually 3 mountain ranges located in central Honshu Island. Among them is the famous Ontake volcano, a popular pilgrimage site. There's also the Tateyama Snow Corridor, a spectacular scenic route between the towns of Tateyama and Omachi. The 90-kilometer route opens in April. And the snow walls along the way can rise to 15 to 20 meters high. This corridor is also called the Roof of Japan, with elevation starting at 7 meters and reaching up. Watch out, these images might blow your mind and change your entire perspective on traffic jams. This road in China looks like a nightmarish 50-lane highway. But it's actually just a 4-lane road that expands near the toll booths. A massive traffic jam near the city of Zhuzhou is due to the huge number of people traveling for the national holidays. Millions of people hit the road at once, causing this major traffic jam. Highway in Alaska is the northernmost stretch of the Pan American Highway and the most desolate. It ends right at the edge of the Arctic Ocean. This road passes through truly wild areas. Along its 666-kilometer length, there are only 3 small towns and 3 gas stations. The road surface alternates between asphalt and gravel, with ice and snow often obstructing it from fall to spring. Despite the lack of treacherous cliffs or sharp turns, the highway often makes it onto lists of the most dangerous roads in the world. This is due to Alaska's harsh climate, where storms and snowstorms are common. In spring, when the ice melts, certain stretches of the highway can turn into rivers. Some roads face dangers like ice or rock falls. In Thailand, drivers sometimes have to deal with elephants. When a family of elephants crosses a busy highway near Bangkok, people have no choice but to stop traffic and let them pass. Real road. Welcome to the Stelvio Pass. Located on the border between Italy and Switzerland at an elevation of 2,757 meters. The 47-kilometer stretch features 75 sharp turns, a real challenge for even the most experienced drivers. railroad quite like this. This is Maeklong, a market on rails located in Bangkok, Thailand's capital. It's been around for nearly a century, starting when vendors refused to move their historic trading spot during railway construction. Now, their stalls are literally on the tracks. Trains pass through here quite often, about 8 times a day. Each time, vendors follow a precise routine. They fold up their awnings and move their goods to spots where they won't be hit by the passing trains. The precision is incredible. Everything is calculated to the exact millimeter. Superstar. This tunnel could trigger a claustrophobic attack. It's no wonder it's called the Needle's Eye. It's part of the Iron Mountain Road on the Black Hills Range in South Dakota. Stretching over 17 miles, it features 314 curves, 14 switchbacks, and 3 tunnels. Just look at how confidently this bus driver navigates through a tunnel that's less than 2.5 meters wide. The winding road of Iron Mountain was built back in 1933, despite engineers claiming it was impossible. It's a fantastic spot for tourism, provided you're prepared for a careful, leisurely drive. This phenomenal road is located in the Kunlun mountain range in the northwest of China. Known as Panlong, or the Heavenly Road of the Pamirs, this road might look breathtaking from above, resembling a dragon's tail. However, drivers and tourists have dubbed it the Road Hell, and it's easy to see why. Over 75 kilometers, and there are more than 6,000 twists and turns, many of them sharp, 180 degrees and even some 270 degrees. It's a serious test for your sense of balance. thrill of riding a motorcycle straight into dark and mysterious caves. You can have this extraordinary adventure in Thailand, around the Tong Pha Phom National Park. Old cave mines that used to be sites for lead ore extraction have been transformed into tourist trails. You can experience the unique ambience of these subterranean mines while staying on your bike and see stalactites and stalagmites forming up close. No, this isn't CGI. It's actual footage of the Ashima Ohashi Bridge in Japan, crossing the lagoon Lake Nakaomi near Matsui. In the video, it looks like an impossible Escher-like structure, making driving onto it seem like utter madness. In reality, though, it's not as scary as it seems. This remarkably long bridge, stretching 1.7 kilometers, isn't a sheer cliff, but rather features a quite manageable incline of just 6%. However, its unique design and certain perspectives create a stunning optical illusion that's made the Ashima Ohashi Bridge famous worldwide. $1 highway is a 40-kilometer stretch of Route 550 in western Colorado, between the towns of Ori and Silverton. This two-lane mountain road offers breathtaking natural scenery, but enjoying the views requires excellent driving skills. The road is challenging and potentially dangerous, with steep cliffs, narrow lanes without guardrails, and dizzy S-turns. Additional risks include landslides and wildlife that might appear right on the road. This road is definitely not for beginners or nervous drivers. Around 40 accidents happen here each year. Sometimes drivers just stop in the middle of the highway and can't muster the courage to continue. In the snowy season, which starts in October, the road becomes even more challenging. You'll need snow chains for your tires during this time. Would you dare to drive this route just to admire the snow-capped peaks of the Rocky Mountains? This engineering marvel can be described as both a massive bridge and a floating road. Known as the Shiziguan Floating Bridge, it was built in China right over the Qianjiang River. The 400-meter-long bridge is made from polyethylene floats filled with water. Those daring enough to drive across it will be greeted by stunning tropical scenery and a gentle sway on the water. Just make sure to keep your speed under 20 kilometers per hour. This mountain road in China's Henan province looks incredible. But what really stands out is the story of how it was built. The entire stretch of road through the rock, including a 1.2-kilometer tunnel that's 5 meters high, was carved out by hands of the villagers of Guoliang. The village, nestled in a valley surrounded by high mountains and cut off from the outside world, saw 13 villagers take on this ambitious task in the 1970s. They spent several years working with little more than hammers and chisels to complete it. The road is hardly what you'd call modern and safe. There's no barrier between the roadway and the drop, and during the rainy season, accidents are common. The Passage du Goar Road near the commune of Beauvoir-sur-Mer is a famous French national landmark. What makes it special is that it connects the island of Noirmoutier to the mainland by crossing the Bay of Borneo's seabed, a part of the Atlantic Ocean. This unusual feature is due to the unique geological formation of the seabed. The collision of two oceans currently creates high sandbanks on a rocky face. Over the centuries, the road across the ocean became increasingly more solid as the height of the sandbanks continued to rise. In the 20th century, the road was paved with cobblestones and later asphalted. For most of the day, the road is underwater to a depth of 1.5 to 4 meters, making it accessible only twice daily during low tide. This magical highway interchange is located near the town of Oyamazaki in Kyoto Prefecture, Japan. It's a true masterpiece of modern road architecture, where two expressways and a bypass intersect. In addition to the elegant loops, there are 9 bridges standing side by side. A marvel of engineering, the 7-mile bridge is part of the overseas highway connecting the islands of the Florida Keys. Spanning more than 10 kilometers, the bridge provides stunning ocean vistas as you drive along. But when a tropical storm hits, the experience can turn into a horror show, particularly if you come across a menacing waterspout. Let's head to Harderwijk in the Netherlands, where there's a traffic interchange that might shock any driver. Imagine driving along a highway and seeing an actual riverboat floating overhead. This incredible structure is the Veluwe Aqueduct, which spans 25 meters in width. It connects 2 artificial lakes and separates mainland Netherlands from the artificial island of Flevopolder. The aqueduct allows small vessels to pass through easily, while the tunnel manages to handle 30,000 cars each day. Tourists remember this place for a lifetime. This road in Norway, known as the Troll's Path in English, certainly lives up to its name. Though the views are stunning, traveling here is far from comfortable. The road is narrow, and the cliffs and landslides make the drive quite challenging. For most of the year, it's closed because ice and snow turn the highway into a dangerous trap. Perhaps the best way to take in the local beauty is from the air. A heavy fuel truck travels across the clear blue ice. This is a sight you can only see here on the Tibet-Compswaito Ice Road in Canada. This unique route was designed as a supply route for diamond and gold mines in the Northwest Territories. It's probably the longest ice road in the world for transporting heavy cargo. The winter road stretches over 600 kilometers and traverses frozen lakes with ice more than a meter thick, ensuring smooth traffic. During the season, up to 90,000 tons of cargo are transported along it. However, weather conditions can be challenging. Winter storms and snowdrifts can impair travel and force drivers to use all their skills to keep their trucks under control. The Magic Roundabout is a crazy traffic interchange at the English town of Swindon. At first glance, it might look like a nightmare for novice drivers. Despite its seemingly complex design, the system has proven to be effective over the past 50 years, even with the significant increase in traffic. The Magic Roundabout consists of 5 separate roundabouts, all circulating clockwise, surrounding a central ring that directs traffic counterclockwise. Each outer roundabout manages traffic entering and exiting from its respective road. From above, it looks like an amazing example of controlled chaos. The Atlantic Road in Norway is only 8 kilometers long, but it's world-renowned for its stunning design and breathtaking views. This stretch of 2-lane highway connects the cities of Molde and Kristiansund through a series of small islands separated by the Atlantic Ocean. It features 7 bridges, totaling 891 meters in length. The longest and highest of these is the Storseisundet Bridge. It juts out 23 meters over the ocean and has been nicknamed the Drunk Bridge because its dramatic curve can make some viewers feel dizzy just looking at it. Driving along the Atlantic Road is a real adventure, especially since